working women, and everyday super moms. We got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's about to get heated in the corner. You talking about some expiration date.
Well, okay, so this is a thing, and it's just a question. For single people, men and women both, this is not just for the ladies today. So if you're like approaching 40 or just over 40, do you sometimes feel pressed to justify your status if you're single? So is there still this like societal pressure to be married or in a, serious relationship past a certain age? So my girls and I, we have girls' days. And, I'm in my mid to late 30s. A lot of my friends are approaching 40s. And not all of us are married. And, you got those girls that are always like, oh, I need to find a man. I need to find a man. And as if like, if they don't find him in 2 years, men are going to become extinct or something. And what is the deal with women needing as they get older? Because men, and I'm not a man, so I'm going to need you, Special K, and Rock T to help me out here. Well, I see the old brothers in the club. They don't look like they're looking for a wife at all.
Right.
Like, they feel like after a while, they've checked out.
A lot of them aren't. And I got friends who are in that category that have no interest in being married or in a serious relationship. But at the same time, they are judged for that and considered to be, somehow less than because you choose to remain single.
And by the time you as a man, by the time you pass 40, and you've been married once or twice, your kids ain't grown up, so it's like, do you want to go through all that again?
But what if you haven't been married at all?
Married? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you've never been married at all, and you're like 42, because my mom used to tell me, this lady at her job told her years ago that, honey, if you're not married by 30, you can forget about it. And that kind of messed with my mom's brain because...
You think she said that because, like, women be wanting to have babies and they don't want their eggs to drop, like, before it's too late? So,
I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, me too, because they may want to have kids and they want somebody that's going to stick around. But it take time to find that man. You can't just, you ain't no telling what he doing. He has to have the same connection to you as you do him. You can't be overzealous and just be like, ooh, gotta get a man, gotta have a baby.
Because then when you do that, Brat, when you just gotta have somebody, then you end up making whoever you're dating the person that you think you want to be with. So you give them the attributes of this perfect person because you feel so pressured by society to be in a relationship, especially like when your friend. Yeah.
But Eva, I know women in their mid-20s that are feeling that pressure.
Because maybe they want to be old ladies with babies.
To find somebody. They're like, oh my God, in 5 years, I'm going to be 30. And then what?
Because it's social media, it's people showing their date nights and going and showing their weddings, and you got your grandparents talking about where these grandkids at. So we feel pressure, but I think the dope thing about the new generation is that we can be our own independent. Like, we can define our own rules, what relationships look like, when you have to be married or not, if you have to have kids or not. So if you feeling pressured out there, brothers, I know how y'all get down. Y'all just want a girl to kick it with. But women, when y'all looking for marriage, look for the right thing, which is yourself. Because if you
I was just going to say, look in the mirror, look at yourself. What are you passionate about? What do you love doing? What do you like? Make you a vision board or something and figure it out before you try to go just find anybody just to.
And here's another angle.
The reason why that's important, like when Brat was said, the vision board, because you tell and yourself what you want. So when you go out there, the things that you have already envisioned for your life, you will attract them to you because you already know what they are. Versus latching on to something and it ends up being very harmful.
Absolutely. And I got a homie that he's never been married and he's past 40 and he's terrified of marriage. And the reason why he's terrified of marriage is because his father wasn't a good husband. His grandfather wasn't a good husband. Exactly. So he's like, man, I'm terrified. So he just chose to be single his whole life. And to this day, he's like, I'm never going to get married.
I feel like if you love yourself, Roxy, the right person to come for you. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know a couple of guys like that are just really scared because they feel like as a man, you got so much to lose, especially if you've accomplished something and you remain single.
Okay, I'm going to close the corner in just a second, but my baby brother just got married over the weekend, and I remember one of the questions he asked was, do you think about what you're losing when you get married? So I want to give y'all a little bit of advice. This was from someone else advised my brother, but yes, you think about what you're losing, but what you want to focus on is what you're gaining, right? Because what you're losing, you don't necessarily even have. It's an idea. But what you're gaining, you know, you're going to grow, and that is yours forever. So for y'all fellas out there that's scared that it might never happen, or you losing something, you ain't losing nothing. You ain't losing nothing at all, but you will be gaining an entire life by opening yourself up and allowing love in, even at 52.